Today, we're going to see if you can actually hear a difference between the Big Daddy Strandberg. This is the gorgeous Strandberg Boden Prog NX. And we're gonna see if you can hear an actual difference between that and the NK Headless fake Strandberg. Let's see if you can tell the difference just by listening to these two guitars. So here's how it's gonna go, okay? We're gonna do 3 tests. The first one's gonna be a clean test. The next one's gonna be like a kind of like dad rock riff test. And then the third one is gonna be like a shred test, probably a lot of tapping. And in each of those tests, I'm gonna play 2 tracks, and it's up to you to tell me which track is which. So you have to let me know which one is the Strandberg and which one is the NK knockoff. Now, please don't give away the answers in the comments. Just put if you got everything right or everything wrong, or if you were surprised, and you could put your answers as well. And just let me know, like, if you were shocked by it. Don't give away, please. Here we go. Track 1 is gonna be like a clean, kind of like a little bit prog, a little bit neo soul, kind of like what these guitars really like to do. Here we go. Track 1, lights out. Okay, that was track 1. Now get ready for track 2, lights out. Lights back on. Okay, it's worth mentioning that both of these guitars, even though like they're similar, they couldn't be more different in a bunch of ways. So I will say that if you want the Strandberg thing, but you're not really sure about it, this is a really cool guitar, but expect to do some work. Also, I think it's fun that like this has the Sir pickups in it, and the Sir pickups are unbelievable. And this has Wilkinson's in it, which I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong. I think Wilkinson's is like the most famous cheap thing you can get, which is awesome. And I'm pretty impressed by them so far, so. I hope you locked your answers in. We are gonna get to the big reveal at the end of this video. It is time for track 2 now. This is gonna be total dad rock riff, so let's see how this one goes. You ready? Lights out. Remember to play them back if you need to. It is time for track 2 of the dad rock riff. Let's get into it. Lights out. Okay, here we go. Let's get right into it. Track 3, super shred lick. Let's see what happens. Lights out. It is time for our final track, and if you have not hit like, subscribe, now is the time to do it. And also remember that I will always have links below to all the guitars that you see me playing, and it's no extra cost to you, and it helps support the channel, so I really appreciate it. Here we go, final track of track 3. Cut me a little slack, I'm not very warmed up today. It is time for the big reveal. So for track number 1, that was the clean riff. That was the prog-ish kind of riff. That was, you know, something a little bit clean and chill. The first track that you heard was, drum roll please, the real Strandberg NX. And the second track that you heard was the NK Headless. It's like a different game of like which sounds better than like which do you prefer, which is kind of fun sometimes, right? Sometimes people may overall like the Strandberg better, but they really do prefer certain sounds that come out of the NK. It's weird. Okay, track number 2 that you heard. This is the dad rock riff. Remember, dad rock riffs need some loving too. It's all good. The first track that you heard was, drum roll please, the Strandberg. Once again, yup, I did it. I did the Strandberg first twice in a row. That means the second track that you heard was the NK Headless. Last but not least, this was the shred riff. This was the tippity-tappity, a lot of finger tapping kind of shred riff. Now, I like to think that a lot of people go by rock, paper, scissors rules when they watch these videos of mine. They think that, oh, since you did the Strandberg the first 2 times, that must mean that the third one you started with the NK. And if that's what you said, then you would be, drum roll please, correct. The first track that you heard that time was the NK Headless. Oddly enough, both times that I played that shred riff, I was like, wow, this is super comfortable on both guitars. And something that aggressive, it says something about the quality of this guitar. Let me know how you did in the comments below, and YouTube seems to think that you'll like this video right here, so go check that out.